Listen to me closely, brother. You walk into a used car lot, spot an old Toyota RAV4 or a Honda CR-V with a markup reaching the stratosphere, and you actually think that is your only safe bet? You are dead wrong. You are about to throw your hard-earned cash right out the window, while everybody else out there is fighting tooth and nail, paying highway robbery prices for the exact same nameplates, right there in the dark corners of the lot. Our forgotten sport utility vehicles just sitting there collecting dust. People walk right past them, completely ignoring them, because they think they are garbage. But the truth, they are pure gold mines. Today, I am pulling back the curtain to show you 7 used SUVs that mechanics like me secretly buy for our own families when nobody is watching. We are not talking about rolling scrap metal here. We are talking about immortal machines that can absolutely crush those expensive rides in durability, yet their price tags are straight up ridiculous. And hear me out, do not click away from this video, because the #1 spot is going to blow your mind. It literally shares its exact DNA, parts and engine with a legendary luxury icon, but you can get it for pennies on the dollar. Grab your notepad, we are busting this market wide open right now. Ford Escape 2010 to 2012. We are starting strong with a vehicle that most people look at and immediately dismiss as a boxy, outdated relic from a forgotten era. I am talking about the second-generation Ford Escape, specifically the 2010 to 2012 models. People walk right past this thing because it looks like a cinder block on wheels, but that is exactly why you need to pay attention. Under the hood of this unassuming brick is the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated 4-cylinder engine. Notice what I did not say? I did not say it has a fragile turbocharger. I did not say it has direct injection carbon buildup problems. It is a simple, heavy-duty engine built to run forever. Compare this absolute workhorse to a modern Jeep Compass, which is basically a rolling garbage bin that will leave you stranded on the side of the highway with endless electrical nightmares and transmission failures. The beauty of this specific Ford Escape is that millions of them were built, which means the junkyards are absolutely flooded with spare parts. You can buy a replacement alternator or a water pump for the price of a cheap dinner, and literally any mechanic with a basic set of tools can fix it blindfolded. It is cheap to buy, incredibly cheap to maintain, and it will get you to work every single day, either while your neighbor's expensive new crossover is sitting on a mechanic's lift waiting for a back-ordered sensor. Nissan Xterra 2011 to 2015. Now, we are moving to a true off-road beast that has been completely forgotten because it lived in the giant suffocating shadow of the Toyota 4Runner. I am talking about the Nissan Xterra. Listen to me. If you want a real, body-on-frame sport utility vehicle with extreme off-road capabilities, you are usually forced to pay the insane Toyota tax. People are out here paying $30,000 for a 4Runner with 200,000 miles on the odometer, which is absolute financial insanity. But right across the street, the Xterra is waiting for you at literally half the price. It has the same rugged, truck-based construction and a massive 4.0-liter V6 engine that pulls like a freight train. Now, pay very close attention to the years I mentioned, 2011 to 2015. The older models had a notorious issue where the radiator would leak coolant into the transmission, creating the strawberry milkshake of death. But by 2011, Nissan completely fixed that design flaw. What you are left with is an indestructible tank with a plastic interior that you can literally wipe down with a dirty rag after a weekend in the mud. It is an absolute goldmine for anyone who wants a hardcore adventure rig without donating their life savings to a greedy dealership. Mitsubishi Outlander 2016 to 2020. If you thought the Xterra was ignored, this next one is practically invisible. When people hear the name Mitsubishi, they think of a dying brand with empty dealerships and cheap economy cars. But they are completely ignoring the fact that the Mitsubishi Outlander, specifically the models packing the 3.0-liter V6 engine, is one of the best-kept secrets in the automotive world. This is not the underpowered 4-cylinder version with the whiny, continuously variable transmission. No, the V6 model comes bolted to a traditional, heavy-duty 6-speed automatic transmission that shifts beautifully and never breaks. Mitsubishi used to build engines for airplanes and heavy machinery, and that bulletproof engineering is hiding right here. Let us compare this to something like a used Land Rover Discovery. The Land Rover uses a stressed-out 2.0-liter turbocharged engine, trying to pull a heavy luxury tank, and it will inevitably blow a head gasket or suffer catastrophic electrical failures that cost thousands to fix. Meanwhile, you buy this V6 Outlander, you fill it with cheap gas, you change the oil regularly, and you will completely forget the directions to your local repair shop. It is a reliable 3-row family hauler that you can buy for the price of a used hatchback. We are diving deep into the underground now, with a vehicle from a brand that fled the United States market entirely, the Suzuki Grand Vitara. Most buyers are absolutely terrified to buy an orphaned brand because they think they will never find replacement parts. That is a myth, brother. Parts are still globally available and incredibly cheap online. But here is the secret that makes the Grand Vitara a massive goldmine. It features a rear-wheel drive biased layout with a true 4-wheel drive system and a locking center differential. It is essentially a rugged truck frame, disguised as a cute, unassuming grocery getter. While modern crossovers use fragile slip and grip, all-wheel drive systems that overheat the second they touch soft sand. The Suzuki will crawl through mud, snow, and rocks without breaking a sweat. You can buy one of these late 2010 models for the price of a high-end smartphone. Think about that. You are paying pocket change for a true 4x4 that will easily outlive your neighbor's $40,000 luxury crossover. The depreciation hit rock bottom years ago, meaning you lose zero money by owning it. Stop right there and look at your hands. If these hard, unfiltered truths about the used car market are making your head spin and saving you from a massive financial mistake, mash that like button right now. Subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell, because I am standing right here in the garage to help you keep your hard-earned cash inside your wallet, not to make the dealership owners richer. I am exposing the secrets they do not want you to know. Alright, wipe the heavy grease off your hands, grab your wrench, and let us dive straight into the top 3 most mind-blowing deals on the market. Mazda CX-5 2014 to 2016. Coming in at number 3 is a vehicle that gets completely ignored, because the average buyer is acting like a mindless sheep, running straight toward Hondas and Toyotas. I am talking about the Mazda CX-5, specifically the 2014 to 2016 models, with the 2.5-liter Sky Active engine. This is a mechanic's absolute dream. While Nissan and Subaru were busy putting continuously variable transmissions into their vehicles, Mazda stuck to their guns and engineered a brilliant, traditional 6-speed automatic transmission with a torque converter. It shifts crisply, it is incredibly responsive, and most importantly, it does not explode at 80,000 miles. The engine uses a heavy-duty timing chain that requires zero maintenance, and it runs a crazy 13-to-1 compression ratio on regular cheap gas, giving you fantastic fuel economy without the need for a fragile turbocharger. When you drive this Mazda, it actually feels like a well-balanced sports car, not a floating, numb bathtub like the Toyota RAV4 of the same era. And the best part, because it lacks the Toyota badge. On the grill, it is priced thousands of dollars cheaper on the used market. The maintenance costs on this machine are so remarkably low that it will literally make your wallet cry tears of absolute joy. Toyota Venza 2009 to 2015. We are getting into the heavy hitters now. This next vehicle was brutally rejected by the market because of its weird half-wagon, half-mom car styling. People took one look at its bubbly shape and walked away. I am talking about the original Toyota Venza, specifically the ones packing the V6 engine. Allow me to strip away the ugly disguise and tell you what this vehicle actually is. The Toyota Venza is literally a Lexus RX 350 hiding in plain sight. It sits on the exact same platform, rolls down the same assembly lines, and uses the exact same immortal 2GR-FE V6 engine. This engine is a mechanical masterpiece, so reliable that Lotus actually used it in their supercars. You are getting the massive, quiet interior space, and the buttery smooth, cloud-like ride of a premium luxury cruiser. But here is the massive advantage, because it wears a Toyota badge. Not paying for a water pump, a set of brake pads, or a suspension component costs you absolute pennies compared to Lexus prices. Furthermore, these cars were usually bought brand new by older, responsible folks who drove them gently to church and meticulously serviced them at the dealership. It is the ultimate used car cheat code, and it is the exact vehicle that master mechanics actively hunt down on the used market for their own wives and daughters. Acura MDX 2010 to 2013. This is it, the absolute climax. The uncrowned king of the used sport utility vehicle market that everyone completely misjudged. I am talking about the second-generation Acura MDX, specifically the models from 2010 to 2013. This vehicle is an absolute titan. Under the hood is Honda's massive 3.7-liter J-Series V6 engine, pushing out 300 horsepower of smooth, naturally aspirated aggression. But the real magic is underneath the chassis. It features the super-handling all-wheel drive system, which is arguably the most advanced mechanical all-wheel drive system ever put into a passenger vehicle. It can actively send power to individual rear wheels, making this heavy 3-row family hauler handle corners like a lightweight sports sedan. Let us talk reality here. If you buy a used BMW X5 or a Mercedes GLE for $20,000, you are buying a ticking time bomb. One single air suspension failure or a fried electrical module will cost you $3,000 to fix. But the Acura MDX, it crushes those German luxury tanks in long-term reliability. All it asks for is a timing belt and water pump service every 100,000 miles, and it will easily glide past 300,000 miles on the original engine and transmission. The depreciation curve on this masterpiece has completely bottomed out. You can buy it for absolute peanuts right now, packing luxury leather, premium audio, and bulletproof reliability, all before the rest of the world wakes up and sends the prices skyrocketing to the moon. Always remember this golden rule of the garage, brother. A truly wise man never blindly follows the crowd. The best opportunities are always hiding in the shadows, where nobody else is looking. Drop a comment down below right now, and tell me which of these used mechanical beasts you are hunting for next, or if there is a hidden gem I missed. Keep your hands dirty, keep your wallet full, and never let a dealership tell you what your money is worth. See you in the next video.